Hi, welcome to another video by Sparky, and today I'm going to do something very special to my heart for movies. It's one of the best movie trilogies, and well, now a quadrilogy ever made, and that is the Rambo series on Blu-ray. Now this set you can pick up on eBay. I got this for an absolute steal. I think I got it for about £12. This was never released in the United Kingdom, but it was released in some of the other European countries. Now this one is Scandinavian, so when you put the disc on, it'll bring up a menu for all the different languages. If you pick like Norwegian or something like that, it still comes up in English on the menus and things, and the movie's still in English as well. So it's a must-have trilogy. This is the best one. They did release a box set that came in like in a box that was supposed to be like a tin for machine gun bullets, but I looked it up myself on YouTube and did a wee bit of research on it before looking into buying it, and it is the basic films. There is nothing else on them apart from the basic films really. There's an odd special feature, but nothing much. They're nothing special. They also released a set that came in a special grenade packaging, but it's literally those same discs in a slightly different packaging. But there's nothing really special about them either, unless you wanted the special grenade packaging. But this set though, however, is absolutely chocked full of bonus features. This is to give you an idea. It's got Become Rambo, which is an exclusive coaching sessions that they did to get Sylvester Stallone into the character of Rambo. There's 4 documentaries: An American Hero's Journey, the Rambo trilogy, Guts and Glory, the real voices from within, and Afghanistan: The Liar of Crisis. Now those last 2 documentaries are based on guys that really survived Vietnam and who were there and were prisoners of war in Vietnam. It's really interesting. And the last one is about Afghanistan during the Russian occupation and gives you really insight into what actually went on in real life rather than just what happened in the movies. It's also got 3 making of documentaries for each movie, and a very special documentary that's on here is a 3-parter with like the guy that trained Stallone into getting ready to do the first, I believe it was Rambo 2. The first Rambo he was built, but he didn't have that really ripped look that you see in Rambo 2. And he had a very short space of time, and the trainer goes through, can't remember his name at this moment. I believe actually, in fact, I think that was Franco Columbu, I believe it was, who got him ready to be into the shape that he needed to be in for the film, and he only did it in a matter of a few months. Something that should have took him 6 months to 8 months, he did in less than half the time, which was for me absolutely amazing. But it goes into some of the wee stories and things. He tells wee stories about Sly, about their sessions together, and there's some quite funny anecdotes in there, along with some of the exercises and that he did. So if you're quite a fitness buff and you're maybe looking to get into better shape and build up a bit of muscle and definition, you might want to try some of those exercises that he did that help Stallone get into the shape that he got into. So we'll first do the packaging. So the inside of the box it's got First Blood on that side, First Blood Part 2, and if we open it up there, on the inside you'll see Rambo 3. So that is the set. So all very nicely well packaged. And on the inside you get this little leaflet which has got all of the special features from all of the films. There's some audio, so there's, other than what I've mentioned, it gives you a little montage, a sequence, so from the first Rambo film with no music, just to allow you to see the action in that itself without the use of the music. There's some audio commentaries in there as well on all the movies from Sylvester Stallone. Some deleted scenes. Documentaries that I mentioned. There's another one here from the Green Berets as well. So the training and that it takes to become a Green Beret, and during the Vietnam War as well with that. And the Guts and Glory documentary is a look at Rambo and the political impact on America. So that kind of goes into the emotional stuff and that Rambo brought up, particularly the first film, where a lot of, if you've seen the movies before, you know that Rambo is a very tortured individual from coming back from the war and seeing his friends being blown up and being tortured and what have you, and then coming back to a country that hates you after he's been over there fighting, giving blood and guts. And probably the best line from the movies in general, I think it was the second film, right at the very end, when he asked him what he wanted. He goes, I want what they won, what any other guy that spilled his guts and gave everything they had for just once for their country to love them. And that was such a powerful line for me, and it really showed what these guys went through. And then to come back to a country that hates you, gives you abuse, calls you baby killer, and when they have no idea of what was going on over there, when the kids and that they were killing, the 12 and 13 year old, were shooting them with machine guns. Not all, of course, but they were doing what they had to do to survive. When women and children are taking active roles and killing their men, shooting them or blowing them up with bombs, you can't really understand what unless you were there. So it goes into a lot of that and gives you a real insight on what it actually meant to be in there and actually go through what they went through. Moving on to the special features on the second disc. Like I said, you've got the second part of how to become Rambo, which was the training we talked about. We get to win this time, which was reflecting on the cast and crew of Rambo 2, reflecting on the making of the film. And there's audio commentaries from Georges Pan-Camastos. He was the director of Rambo 2. And a making of Action in the Jungle, which I believe was an advert that they did for a Rambo toy, I believe, if memory serves. So Disc 3, the last part of how to become Rambo. It's got the Afghanistan documentary, audio commentary by Mark McDonald, who directed Rambo 3. Full circle, a montage of sequences featuring clips from the films. An American Hero's Journey, the Rambo trilogy, which is movie clips with remarks from David Morrell and Christopher Volger, who I believe were producers in the films. Suiting up, Rambo's survival hardware, so that's a little about some of the weapons in that he used in the film. The guy, I can't remember the name of the guy who does it, but he basically provided all of the weaponry that Stallone used in the films, and he'll go through some of the weapons and what they actually do and things like that. Rambonomics, I look at the Rambo budgets and revenues by the three films, so a wee bit into how much it took to make the films as opposed to how much the films actually made at the box office. Selling a hero, I thought these were pretty funny. It was the Rambo films reenacted via action figures. I don't know where they got these from, but they were actually pretty funny. So they're worth a check out. Sly vs Rambo, which is an interview with Sylvester Stallone in 2008, talking about the Rambo films and the impact that it had on him and what his experiences were in getting himself into the role. and there's some alternative opening and deleting scenes from the films. There's 6 making of documentaries, which are some of the original little short 3 and 4 minute documentaries that were released at the time, before the release of the movies back at that time. They did it for Die Hard, they did it for a few other movies. Just little making of featurettes with some commentaries, not giving anything away with the film, but just to get some hype for the film, to get people to come and watch it. And there's also, as usual, some TV spots on there. So this is definitely a must-have, rather than buying the box set by itself. So I would suggest getting that trilogy and then just buying the Rambo on Blu-ray. I believe that you can pick up the Blu-ray of the extended cut if you'd prefer that. I have seen the extended cut. I got it off a friend. There is some scenes in there that allow an odd thing to make a bit more sense, but it doesn't really enhance the film, and it's only on maybe for another 5 to 10 minutes more than the original film, and it doesn't really enhance the film. So unless it's something that you really want, just pick up the basic set. So you have a picture of the back here. So there's some special features on here as well. You've got the commentary with Stallone with this film. There's some behind the scenes featurettes of the making of the films that will show you some of the on location stuff of Stallone going through some of the things that he wanted to happen in the scenes, and because he directed this Rambo movie himself as well as being the star of the film. So you get a wee bit in him talking about as well the difference of starring and directing and writing the film as well. So he basically did the writing, the directing and the acting, the starring in the film. So he was really worked himself hard, and some of the other cast members speak about how when you come to set, if you're not working as hard as Stallone, or as nearly as hard as Stallone, and not giving it your all, Stallone's not going to be happy, because he's absolutely killing himself to get this film made and make it good. So I'll give you an open up to give you a basic look at the film. It's the DVD there. There wasn't much else in it, just a picture of behind Stallone with the big knife that he made in the movie, and nothing else on the other side, just a Blu-ray Experience logo. So that's definitely worth a look at getting it. I wouldn't go after any of the Rambo DVD or Blu-ray sets that they did in the UK, because to be perfectly honest, considering Rambo's such a big franchise, they put very little effort into making those sets for the UK, and I believe the Americans got the same set. I'm not sure about Australia and that, but certainly in Europe this was the set that was released, and it's a much better set, and it's a must have if you're a Rambo fan. So that's it for this unboxing. Thanks for watching. Give the thumbs up. As usual, leave any comments that you feel could help improve the videos, or I've certainly named many things that you thought I did well for you in the videos, and also feel free to subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more videos I'll do, and we'll maybe start branching out into some other things. Like I was talking about, maybe thinking about doing the Royal Rumble review after probably sometime in the next couple of days. It's on tonight, and I'll do an NXT and Royal Rumble review at the same time. Thanks for watching. Before I forget, I will be doing I've got some new DVDs coming. I've got the Aquaman 60s television series coming, which is out of print. I had to pay about £25 all in to get it from America. It was only about £10 to buy, but then I had a £13 post and packaging charge to pick up the 25. But it's something I've wanted for a while, and I just decided to pick it up. So we'll have that. We'll also have an unboxing of the new Hitman game coming up next week. The Steelbook game version that's been released when it comes out on the 31st. So I should get that for then or the day after. we'll do that, and the month after that, we're looking forward to. I've pre-ordered Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I will do an unboxing and a review of both those games. So anyone who's thinking about buying them but's on the fence, if you'd like to wait, I'll do a review for you, and it'll give you quite a big gamer on how the games are put together. I'll be able to give you a good insight into those games and whether you should buy them or not. So thanks for watching the video. Like I say, feel free to hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you again next time.